were born to be swift and strong. What did you do with your gifts, duelist? You squandered them on self-indulgence.
I really wish they just gave you ranking in Act 1. Would literally fix every single issue that Act 1 has, but guess that's not what GG wants to do. I don't know. I feel like reworking Act 1 was a pretty bad decision. At least for like most people. I mean, it probably doesn't matter for new players, but still. Just remove stuff. You can't really remove. Well, I mean, you could, I guess, but like. It's a fine mechanic in the game if there's a way to deal with it.
It's nice not to be dead yet.
Oh, that's a good. That's a good sword. Spectral. Like the vendor. Good enough.
Not the most pleasant of arenas.
Oh, I just realized that I won't have dueling. That's fine. I think that's fine at least here. If you didn't get green, green, red until Act 5, that is on you and your filter. It's like legit, probably close to mathematically impossible to not get one. Like, if you legit didn't get a feeling by Act 5, your filter sucks. Or you suck at looting. What? Why the fuck would we switch to CF in Act 3? You're just playing Spectral till Act 10. I don't like this filter. Definitely spoiled, but you could choose caster filters. Like that green green not even having a sound or a map icon. Like, sometimes you just want to pick that stuff up. Holy, that stun was so long. What the? How was that stun like 2 hours stun? And how did I survive it too? Dude, click the boots! What the fuck is wrong with the game? I don't understand. Something is like really wrong with PoE today. Like, it just feels laggy or something. Not sure why. Don't need this anymore. Can sell everything here. Hold this, level 4. So I can buy Frostblink. I need a lot of wisdoms. Let's see. What can we use here? Ooh, 11 int is actually huge. Warbender dash. Sell everything else. Sell that. Equip this helmet. Get some wisdoms. And then we buy a protector. And an iron ring. Oh, we need frostblink. Frostblink, protector, and I guess rustic sash then. Then we put this here. We don't need that anymore. We put that there. We put frostblink into boots. Oh my god, this is bullshit. Why do I always end up using my endgame keybinds while leveling? Because I keep forgetting to switch it back. Should just have 2 settings for leveling and endgame. That's fine. I think we are mostly fixed by now. Oh, nice. You get the freeling here. Probably drop it totem for now. Actually, we don't even need to drop it. We can move it there. Temporary freeling. Oh.
I can't do this just yet.
Yoink, my flask now. I don't have a wisdom. Oh, just complain and you get one. Good. You needed that anyways. Oh, it's an instant life flask. Yeah, I don't like those. Last league start. I mean, this skill got buffed dispatch. It wasn't good last league start. It got buffed in 3.21, unless you meant this league start. Chrome? Hello? I don't know, man. Something's weird about the game. Level 7.5, that's pretty good. Then level the Frostblink. A Coral Ring. Usually would want Iron Rings on attack boats, but guess I will take that over nothing. In essence, do we care? We try to care, see how fast it dies. So rough. Because I feel like I can't comment damage wise and I cannot aim. Not too bad though. Want that for our crowd later. I think it was worth killing.
I can't do this just yet.
19 to 13. I don't even know if that's worth it. Probably is worth it still.
I can live with that.
So we will need one transmute after... No, we need 2 transmutes here. Actually. We need 1 for fast attacks, 1 for precision. We also need red green. Probably goes in helmet. Yeah, all the builds you mentioned are completely fine to league start. Just by like actually whichever one of them. What the fuck? Why is the boss teleporting? Whichever one of them you want to play.
I believe in
I personally hate EA, but I mean people like it. That's probably the one I would recommend the least. Iron Ring. Did we need anything else? Probably not. Check vendor for colors real quick. Maybe I shouldn't have vended all of my scraps. Yeah, I shouldn't have vended all my scraps. Oops. Dead end. That's a dead end for sure. I could buy a free link and use it. Do I want to do that? Probably. Faster attacks is not bad. Because it was green, green, green on the body armor, right? One of the whetstones, we need those.
Belief is the strongest metal of them all.
You are tempted by a glacial hammer Gurata build. I mean, there's no saving you, man. I wish you the best of luck. I don't know, I will give this advice, and I understand some people don't like meta. Even if you don't like meta, I would highly recommend starting a good build. And then you can play whatever the fuck you want later on. Like, reroll on like day 4 of the league or something. Or respec. But, who am I to judge?
my spirit is spent.
At the end of the day, you're playing for fun. But if you're trying to, like, have a good league start, really avoid playing some, like, weird stuff. Okay, so we equip this. We go volley plus Spectral. No chance to bleed for now. This is protector, so we can actually take that off. We put Frost Blink here. Maim there. Insta bleed to level. Drop this on the ground. Restic Sash with that. Drop that. And our inventory is clean. Oh my god, that hit me. Whoops. I could draw kinda decent number this. Especially if you press Adrenaline. Oh, that's perfect. That body armor.
Every time.
Should have looted the rare weapon though. That's my bad, but otherwise it's all good. Leap Slam, and we need Precision, and we need faster attacks. Faster attacks, Precision. How does Precision look? That way. And then we sell everything else for Transmutes, probably. And then we go Leap Slam. Faster attacks. We go there. We go Volley, that, and Chance to Bleed. And then we put Leap Slam in Q. And Warbender F. Attack in place. Oh, what was that? I heard Alt or something. Yoink. And a Jade. Don't really need Jade, but I will take it.
I can't do this just yet.
I should have bought a mana pot, probably. That's my bad. Oh, yo, that's a good layout.
Sea dogs.
I need to buy a mana pot after Fergus. Chat, please remind me, otherwise I will forget. Is that even worth killing? Fuck, that is a lot of loot, but I don't think it's all worth looting. Probably wanna keep these gloves. Green, green, blue is kinda fine.
My spirit is spent.
No, I was almost out. Okay, we kill Fergus, we log out, we buy a mana flask. I wanna buy a Wood Splitter too, but I think I will buy a Wood Splitter actually.
It's not every.
Buy a mana flask. Those gloves are pretty good. Don't really have a good blue socket for them. Can I get a Wood Splitter here? Wood Splitter, that's fine, good enough. You get that after Merivale. Maybe before Merivale. I would rather have it before Merivale if possible. It's kinda hard to get it in time. No Moose Speed Boots. I could have looted those on the ground, but it's fine. I need to color these gloves. I don't think I can use triple red here. Can I? Maybe I can. No, I cannot. I need one blue somewhere. I don't want another overrated green though. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to get my blue socket from. Probably boots or something. Gonna kill this Essence just so I don't have to kill Essences later, even though it's a fist reduction. Ooh, red, blue, red, helmet. Am I low on green sockets to use this? Probably am. Are these gloves even that good? They're really not that good. Let's keep them on the side. Don't really need to swap to them. They don't have that many stats. It's not like they have attack speed or something. My act fun has been pretty bad this run. I keep canceling my Spectral throw because my attack speed is so low. Corrupted zone. I think we go down here. Also, those boots look like they are the correct colors. Yeah, they are. I should try to hit 13 before Marvel just to make it easier for myself. Oh, we didn't hit it, rip. A knock. And damage is still okay, but could have been like double. Our sockets are gonna be actually good once we equip the gloves. Like really good sockets. Hitting 13 would, like going a little sideways to hit 13 would have been better there.
I believe in trebling luck. We stand at death's door. Ladies first, fair mermaid.
All good. All good. Then we do this. We just switch to Frostplank. And it did Vente. It's about 3 minutes too slow. But it's not important enough for me to want to reset. It's not like it's a speed run, right? It's more like a what do you need to do run. We sell everything here. Do we need alterations? That's something we should start thinking about. We need a little bit of alterations actually. How many? We need Blood Rage, Double Herald, right? Yeah, we need Blood Rage, Double Herald here. Normally I would do Den, but I already have an Essence, so I don't need to do Den. Oh, Poacher's Mark 2, you're right. So we need 3 alteration. Should be easy to get here after Fidelitas. It should be like actually very easy to get. We are like what 2.8 or 2.4 whatever. So we just need like 1 or 2 rares that are not 6 modded. Yeah, we are fine. I'm gonna go resist first here. Then live.
A place of soiled dreams. You'll have to tread carefully here.
I'm gonna loot some chromes so I don't get unlucky later. XP wise, we are doing pretty good. You wanna be like close to 15 here. Pretty much exactly where we are. Need to hit 16 before Weaver, which should be very easy. Look to Einhar for free help. And I'm so bad at leaping. I feel like that is something that I should improve on eventually. You would think that after 5 million leveling rounds I would be at least okay at it, but stuff's hard, man. Like leaping correctly requires so much attention that it's really hard to focus on anything else.
I'm starting to think there's more to life than prize or perish.
You kinda have to pay attention very jumping and like planning your next move. If you actually wanna go fast. And the worst part of that is you have to look at your screen, which I really don't like to do while streaming. Feels bad, man. I don't mind the Fidelitas getting ghosted. I died before. It's fine. We have enough. I'm vendoring it. I'm not using that. That's fake. Like, obviously I would use it on Leakstar, but I cannot use it during this run. People would be like, oh dude, nice showcase, thank you. So all I need to do is fucking drop it. Got it. Insta vendor. It's a drop. It's a drop, but it makes for a bad showcase. Like at the end of the day, this is not a speedrun, right? Like if it was a speedrun, I would insta clip it. Like dropping gold gem is not even that big of a deal. Like actual league start, like it's just convenient, but it doesn't like speed up your time by much. In hardcore, it would be nice though. Why is it always fucking physical resistant, man? All these fucking essences are always physical resistant. I'm too committed to it now to start skipping it, but if I noticed earlier, I probably would have skipped it. How rare it is to get green, green, red in Act 1? Eh. I would say you will get it more than half the time. Probably even way more than that. But hard to say the actual number. Probably like 70%. Okay, we need to actually fix our links now. I need to not level my precision any further. I think I just leveled it too. I can't use Purity. I have to use one Herald only. If I'm not helping Alira, I don't think you can do the setup. I usually help Alira, but I think Ru has kill all in his POB, so it's gonna kill all for the showcase. Did you say Ru out loud and a cat paw drop under your feet? Like, what is this? Why is this game working on voice activation? I almost flipped that. That would have been a disaster.
Hello.
It's probably fine to drop one Iron Ring now. So Herald of Ash. No Purity for now. You might be able to run Purity later. My volley, I just think it's better. Usually when you ask a question of why usually the answer is just it's better. I guess sometimes the answer could be like I didn't have the currency to buy LMP, which is even an extra reason to play volley, but I think volley is just straight up better. Don't have a poacher socket. Maybe we drop precision for now.
Travel.
Maybe that is the play. Drop precision, play double herald, and just suffer low accuracy.
A pity.
There's no overlap on single target.
Hello. Travel far.
Am I gonna do my own Rue versus Subtract Them challenge? No. There's no way Fire Trap ever loses. Like it's been rigged all along, dude.
We will be best friends until we slaughter you.
See if it's a trade league both. I'll Subtract Them would... Sorry, not Subtract Them. Captain Lance would argue that both Subtract Them and Naru are trade league players, so both of their POBs are for trade. So technically it's fair. That is the Lance argument. I mean, technically not wrong. You know, how can you argue with that? Perfect logic. I mean, you can't really do these runs in Trade League though, so... SSF is really the only place where he can do it. Oh yeah, of course he knows it's rigged. It's also not fucking serious.
It's hard to cast a spell with a blade in your throat, isn't it, witch?
Like...
My spirit is spent.
You think Lance being faster on one build means that the build is better? Like, come on. It's a fucking run to... either Exarch. It's like the first 8 hours of the league. I mean, if anyone takes that seriously, they're too dumb to play CF anyways. So it doesn't actually matter. Wait, did I kill Alira? Or did I help Alira? No, okay, good. I wasn't sure if I actually killed her. I was gonna reset if I didn't. I don't think Lance thinks he is proving a point. I think it's just good content. If I thought of that first, I would do it too. It's a genius content idea. What do you mean? Like everyone... Like... Okay. Let me put it this way. The people who thinks it proves a point are the people who would want Fire Trap to win. And the people who don't... Like, realizes it's pointless, don't care whether Fire Trap wins. So it's a win-win doing that. It's just free content. Like, if anyone takes that seriously, they probably want Fire Trap to win, let's be real. And it is going to win. And everyone who thinks CF is a better build just won't take it seriously, so Lance literally cannot lose. Genius. True businessman. We keep saying Fire Trap 1. Yeah, I know, and it's gonna be good clips. Even more content, what do you mean? It's perfect. The only thing I'm mad about regarding that is that it was Lance who did it instead of me. Otherwise, it's a perfect idea. I want that Ruby rank.
can't do this just yet.
Shine.
Okay, I need to go to Act 1. Get my skill point.
A stranger?
I thought you. Be well.
What master is this root pickup? Rage. Damage and Morphus, okay. I mean, I'm gonna be real. Think what you want about Subtract Him, like, it's still fucking Fire Trap build. Like, you're not gonna have a bad time when you League start it. Regardless whether you like Subtract Him or not, like, it's still, the build is still gonna perform just fine on League start. Like, the people who are pretending like that build is gonna get stuck in white mobs are fucking delusional. As delusional as free divine cost, but like, you can't complain that other people are delusional when you are equally delusional yourself. Like, that build is completely fine. Is it perfectly optimized? Probably not, I don't know, I haven't actually seen it. But it's like, people go way too overboard over the build. Like, there is way worse builds out there that are being recommended.
Well, this can't be good.
I don't think anyone is mad about the build. Oh, Rue was. I think Rue was mad about the build even before the whole pricing fiasco started. Unless I missed start of the drama. Yeah, but it's true. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? It's just like... I don't know. It went a little too far, boys. It did go a little far. Okay, making a build guide and being wrong about it doesn't matter whether you are, like... Again, I haven't seen Subtractive's guide properly, so maybe he did fuck up every single thing. I actually genuinely don't know, right? But if you make a build guide and it's bad, it doesn't matter whether you made it intentionally bad or unintentionally bad. Like, you are still making game worse for new players. That said, though, I can, like, okay, an average Fire Trap guide is still gonna be a good experience for a new person. It's not like he's making, like, Bane or whatever it was, like, the previous league. Like, I feel like if you have a bad Bane build, people will actually have a bad experience. Right? But it's pretty hard to have a bad experience on Fire Trap. Again, I haven't seen the build properly to, like, actually judge, which is probably a good thing. Because at least I cannot put a proper opinion and get flamed from every side. But it's really hard to make a Fire Trap build actually bad. The skill is just strong. He took down the video about the cost. I mean, I guess it's too late for that, but he did do that. So that is like admitting a mistake, in my opinion, which honestly, people shouldn't be shamed for admitting a mistake. Like, I think admitting a mistake shouldn't, like, I saw people ridiculing him for being like, oh, now he backtrack time or whatever. Like, what do you want him to do? You want him to admit a mistake, right? Like, that should be a good thing. Not a bad thing. I actually kind of missed out on the drama somehow. It just all happened when I was sleeping, man. And I didn't have time to catch up because I was streaming all day yesterday. I think we go down here. Attack speed is better. I mean, okay. I feel like there's still a big difference between, and this is probably the last thing I say about it, about an unoptimized guide and a fucking straight up well-rounded beast. Because, like, you know, Subtracting builds is not fucking gonna die to 1 mana Cypher in a tier 7 map. And yell at Chris. And get permabanned. Like, at the end of the day, what Rue should realize is that he and Subtractem aim at completely different audience.
God hasn't abandoned us.
And if you look at new players' guides,
I'm starting to like this ring.
they're all pretty low quality.
I can't do this just yet.
I feel like the only exception to this is Pox. And even with Pox's guide, there is a bunch of stuff that I would disagree with. And I'm sure Rue would disagree with too, because it's just we play the game differently than a new player would. Otherwise, new player guides, and I realized this the other day, the reason they are bad, okay, some of it is maybe the creator not being like the best player, but a lot of the times new player guides need to be very simplified and you cannot use like overly complicated mechanics that sure they will make your build slightly better, but are easy to mess up. And this is something that someone like Rue or me struggle to realize. It's not a 4-lane, it doesn't work. I can't really color it. Struggle to realize because we don't think about that, right? We just try to make the build as good as possible. I'm not saying this is the case, by the way. This is not even about Subtractem anymore. This is just talking in general. Where, like, this is mostly talking about Pox. Where there's something I would do differently, but it doesn't make sense from perspective of a new player. So, for example, just to not like be like empty words, I told Pox that he should switch to Arma Brand at 28 and play Arma Brand till like 40 till his Fire Trap levels, right? And he answered with, sure, that is better, but I don't want people to spend time switching to a different skill that they're gonna play for like an hour or 10 levels. I'm like, yeah, that does make sense, you know? I think it's wrong, but in the context of the guide he is making, it makes a lot of sense. So like sometimes like less like guides for new players are just made differently rather than being efficient. Yo, Lance, thanks for the raid. We're just talking shit about you, don't worry about it. How you doing?
My spirits are spent.
What the hell? Nah, not actually talking shit. Much. Where do I even go? I'm confused. Is it down here? What layout is this? I think it's down here. In 11 hours? There should be a countdown, I don't actually know. It should be... Yeah, 11 hours sounds about right. Leveling with Spectral throw is so paid champ you don't even know. Yeah, you're just bad, what can I say?
Somber expression doesn't become
Helix feel better than play Helix? What do you mean? Like if you... I don't understand this. Like if you feel like Helix is better, just play Helix, don't comply. Like, I don't know what people want to hear. Like, sure, you don't enjoy Spectral, then don't level with it. I level with it because it's the fastest. It's like when people complain about Helix feeling pain champ, it's like, yeah, dude, then don't level with it. If you don't care that you're gonna be slower, just don't use it. I don't understand the mentality people have regarding this stuff. Like, if you don't like a skill, just don't level with it. The difference between skills is low enough that it doesn't matter. But calling like the best leveling skill pain champ is... Oh, I shouldn't have entered all of them. It's kind of weird. Dude, not you do get nice. Dude, I'm so bad at pressing mana pot. See, this is why I love helping Elira. Yeah, thanks for the raid lands. See you in 11 hours or whatever. Oh no, this was the wrong way. I mean, you can level with whatever you want. No, it was the... Oh my... Okay, can we cut this out of the YouTube bot, please? Oh my god, dude. What is this shit? What is going on? I like Spectral a lot, mostly because it gives you single target. And single target is the thing that is the most important when you are leveling a build that's like kinda inefficient at leveling. Because it wants to do a lot of respecking. So having a skill that does the most amount of single target, which is Spectral, is the best way to level. Like maybe you can justify using a different skill in Act 1 or Act 2. Probably not Act 1. You could probably justify a different skill in Act 2 or Act 3 maybe. But once you start learning low on damage points, Spectral is just gonna overperform compared to anything else by a lot. It just does way more single target. It's not even close to anything else. Well, I kinda want this. Why does every essence I open have charges or fist fucking mitigation? Hello? Bullshit. Whispering Essence, we should use it on rank or something. What am I reading in my chat? D4 bad? True. Not wrong. I don't even know if I like the Rage Master. It feels kind of weak. I don't know if I was supposed to swap to Greater Volley or not. You can. But if you swap to Greater Volley, you kind of want to start gem swapping on bosses. Because the last multiplier actually becomes bigger. Not sure. I genuinely haven't tested Greater Volley enough to know. I usually stay with normal Volley. I mean, the way I look at campaign for most people is... Most people don't even care necessarily about what time they will get in the campaign. As much as will I suffer when I'm fighting campaign bosses. Because that is like the most annoying thing for most people. When you have ZDPS and you fucking... Oh, this is a dead end. Oh no, this is a dead end. Oh no. I'm not gonna talk about the D4 death interview, man. That thing made me sad. That thing might be worse than a certain ARC guide that I've seen on YouTube for Path of Exile 3.22 Trial of Ancestors. That's how bad it was. Like, I thought I wouldn't see anything boards gaming related this century, but then, yeah. Do you guys think Blizzard thought that was a good idea? Are they really that clueless? Like, did they think that video would be like, oh, holy, dude, log in? They actually thought it was a good idea, man. It explains a lot. I don't need a second Quicksilver because you don't need it. You spend most of your time leap slamming. I mean, listen. From what I've heard about Blizzard, which might not be true, is that they underpay their employees by quite a bit. And they also tried to push a certain agenda, which, I mean, has been pretty obvious based on what we have seen from Blizzard. So it's kind of just the people you end up getting for your jobs. I don't know, man. It's like one of those self-fulfilling prophecies, man. Like, if you are looking for people who aren't gamers to work on your video game, it's gonna be hard to make the video game good. And like, obviously there doesn't, like, I say this a lot, right? Not everyone in the company needs to play the game. Like, if someone is like art designing, music designer, they don't need to play the video game. But if someone is like a dungeon designer or something, they should fucking spend like a lot of hours playing the game. Because you cannot design that kind of stuff without being a gamer. That's why, like, you know, when Mark works on PoE2, it's like, yeah, it's probably gonna be good because he started as a gamer. Sure, he is now a GG dev, but at the end of the day, he is still gaming, right? When he can.
Don't do anything I would.
I mean, even Chris started as a gamer. Obviously, Chris probably hasn't gamed much in the last 10 years or whatever, but he started as a gamer. So, like, the initial ideas that he was putting into the game were from a perspective of a gamer, right?
It seems there's glory in the old empire yet.
I mean, the thing is, fun is subjective, right? People want different things from video games. So, just one person testing it won't really be like, oh, this is fun, this is not fun. That part is not even that important. It's not about fun. It's more about, like, whether the game flows well. Or, like, even being able to test stuff because you know how the game works. And, like, adding stuff that makes sense. I don't know, Melon, you say that? But do you know what I do in my free time? I play fucking Path of Exile and Path of Building. That's what I do in my free time. No, but like, shouldn't that be part of your work? Like, I feel like if you are a game designer, there should be time where you spend time working on the game. Or sorry, playing the game while like working on it. Like, sure, technically it's unproductive time, but like, realistically speaking, it is very productive still. I would assume that's the case. I mean, I know it's the case for some GGG stuff. Pay work time to play the game? Yeah, I mean, I know for a fact that some GGG stuff is paid to play, to like actually play, right? And I'm sure that's true for like every good game. Yeah, I mean, of course it has to be paid work time, sure, but those people have never played that game. In that interview was the first time they've played Diablo 4. You know? If you haven't watched the interview, you probably are like, oh, he is like trolling, it wasn't that bad. It was that bad. I don't know why I'm killing this boss, you don't need to kill it. Was that a granite flask? Oh, it was a quartz flask. I don't think Blizzard is going bankrupt anytime soon. They're still making good money. They're just not making good games anymore.
My spirit is spent.
I mean, Diablo Immortal is a perfect example of a game that was not good, but made a lot of money. D4 made a lot of money too. Probably not as much as Diablo Immortal, but... Well, actually, probably pretty close to Diablo Immortal.
Society's home away from home. Let's see if the sick
Oh, I think Diablo 4 probably made more money than PoE. And Diablo 4 has been out for, what, half a year? Including, like, pre-orders and stuff. That part honestly might be true. It's probably close. I don't think it's way more. I think it's probably somewhere close. Right now. But the difference is PoE took, like, 15 years. While Diablo 4 took, what? Half a year, right? But realistically speaking, going forward, I would expect PoE to be making more than Diablo 4 yearly. But maybe that is delusional. I don't know how much people will actually play Diablo 4 in seasons. Maybe it will still be pretty popular. I mean, Blizzard is just a huge name, still. But I really haven't seen people play Season 1.
So you've chosen
But
to end our
at least streamer-wise, right? Like, I'm sure some casuals might still be playing. But at the end of the day, people need to realize D4 was not made for PoE gamers. I said this when D4 came out. And it's still true now. It's even more true now. I mean, it's more obvious.
Sorry, beautiful.
Watch yourself.
Like, it was never made for the type of people who play PoE all day. Like, people who assumed Diablo 4 would be made for them is just people who were like, oh, Diablo 2 was made for us, or Diablo 3 was made for us. But, like, realistically, that's just not how it works. Can I grab move speed? No, I cannot. Rip. I'm gonna do lab. Oh, I can't. The problem, I think Uber Lilith is actually a pretty good boss. I think the whole part between level 70 and Uber Lilith though is extremely bland, and most people won't get to Uber Lilith. They will quit before they get there. But I think the boss itself is interesting enough. Especially if you don't try to cheese her with like Giga Dam. I need more sockets soon.
My spirit is spent.
Probably means using Pride. Will this be a Bones on stream on Leakstar? Nah. It's gonna be some DD or Colded or some Wave of Conviction, some Ignite stuff.
You stand before the gates of the Lord's labyrinth. Within these walls, the Lady of Justice will prevail.
PC is still good for leveling, yeah. Need to somehow fit into CF, man. It's gonna be difficult to do so. Might have to drop Maim. Or I might have to drop the double Herald for Pride just to get an extra socket. That's probably the play. Yeah, I think I'm playing hardcore trade on Link Start. I don't think I'm playing as a sub. You don't want a weapon swap during leveling, in my opinion. I think you just want to have it in your main setup. Again, this is one of those things where if I was suggesting something to Nick or Ben, I would tell them, oh yeah, just weapon swap, lol. But like for most people, that is just an unreasonable request. Div card design wide open. Yeah, who cares?
Such resilience.
Like, actually, who cares? I'm sorry, but
This empire
I couldn't care less about div cards, man.
is in waiting.
Any div cards that's actually, like, I don't know. Don't think I care enough. I would raise if I wanted to, like, fuck up my sleep and whatnot. But I don't think it's worth it for a 2-day race. Like, the race itself is usually pretty fun, but all the stuff around it is too annoying to deal with.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes without hesitation. Slowness led to entertain doubt is done.
So what is the problem here? Dex and end, I see. It's a bit unfortunate. We can't really get more either.
Is an illusion. Such resilience. Wisdom is the offspring of suffering and time.
Oh, I guess I could use Dex on there. Those bits are awful.
My spirits are staying.
Oh, I'm just not buying Mage Bot. Find that build extremely boring, so I will just skip it and just buy other stuff. Because you're probably right that if I buy a Mage Bot, I'm rerolling SSO the next day. Mage Bot builds just aren't that interesting because they don't have the trade-off. It's if you use Mage Bot, you don't have to make the trade-off between defenses and damage. You just get everything. And like, if the Mage Bot isn't like build enabling, I don't think I want to play with Mage Bot. I think the only builds I would play with Mage Bot are builds that I feel like are unplayable without it.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor must keep you. Those navigate your empire through trouble.
Would you raise if the winner got to redesign one ascendancy? I mean, they would never do that, but I think everyone would raise for that. That sounds amazing. But there's no way GG's ever doing that.
You are free.
And I mean, honestly, they probably never should.
Before your emperor, you are worthy. Before
Because I can tell you exactly how it would end. It would end with Razors being unhappy that GGG wants to make the Ascendancy shit, and GGG being unhappy that Razors want to make the Ascendancy OP. That's exactly how it would go. Like, you already know that's how it would go. Because, like,
What is it?
the way players think about the game is OP equals good. Meanwhile, GGG tries to balance the game. At least to a certain extent, right?
See you.
Karn would redesign Champion to be shit. I think Karn hates Jack more than Champ. I don't think he would go after Champ.
What little help I can. While we live, we are blessed.
Also, if anything, it's probably more likely that Ben would win and he would destroy Slayer. And if not, then Ben would win the next race and then destroy Slayer the next race. So like you don't want to do that as Karn. You know? That's not the battle you want to pick up. But there's not a single Jack player that would ever win any race, so... You're completely fine there.
Climb the tower.
Like, when was the last time Jack has done well in any race ever? I don't think there has ever been a time. Alkaiser, even Alkaiser. Like the last time there was like a top 7 race for Ubers, Alk didn't even place. Alk wasn't in the top 7. Because if I can load it at Bone Shatter Jug. Or probably didn't care. But regardless, I don't remember the last time Jack placed anywhere. I guess, okay, that's not true. Because Nick promised Ben to not play champ in Gauntlet because they had some deal, I guess Jack did place number 2 in Gauntlet. But like, that's the only time Jack has ever placed in a race, I feel like. I don't know, Jack's just bad. For racing in general. I don't know why people overrate it so much for League Star stuff. I mean, I get it from Alkaiser's perspective. The only thing he cares about is defense. I don't know how to fix my stats. Or like, I don't know. I should just travel to RT here, probably. First. And then start worrying about other stuff. I think RT is the most important thing here.
Welcome to the greatest of arenas, duelist. God is watching.
Try to look for Forling soon.
Have you ever seen the true face of God, Exile?
I can unbind Warbender now, right?
Die in awe.
I feel like I deal no damage. I don't know why. My weapon kinda sucks, I guess. It's 23.
There's an illusion, Exile.
Gonna get a new weapon soon. Sire doesn't even die more than Jack unless you enter bosses. Just don't enter bosses. I mean, you shouldn't enter bosses on Jack anyways. Bone Shatter is just not a bossing build. Unless you're actually good at the game. Like, if you watch Alkaiser boss on Jack, you would understand why Jack Bone Zone is not a good bossing build. Like, yes, Alkaiser can do it. But you have to fucking be so patient, man, and fight every boss for 40 minutes. Shit's too hard. Oh nice, we actually broke CF now on first try. Basically totem build, that's literally not true. Tell me you have never played Bone Zone. Your totems deal 0 damage. I love when people that never play a build talk about the build as if they knew how the build works. It's always the best thing, man.
Pride. You will be remembered.
I think it's time to shed the dream of home. It's a little tight around the collar.
Level am I 30? Okay. Let's replace flasks. To getting rage, axe mastery. Welcome me.
It seemed to me, Vol.
I would not play CF as the first build in SSF. In general.
Take care.
If you do want to, and you really, really do want to, you should play Glad until you get hemophilia. There's like no way you want to play it without hemo. But I would just not play it as the first build in SSF. It's a fun second build in SSF once you get hemo and like some gear, but like starting it in SSF sounds like it wouldn't be a good time. And I'm so bad at leaping. Why is leaping so hard? Can you make leaping easier? Somehow? How many times do you hit with Spectral? I don't know. Quite a bit. Depends on the size of the enemy and where you aim. But it's probably the highest single target you can get during the campaign. On an attack build at least. Never actually probably test how many times you hit, but it's more than other stuff does, let's put it this way.
Always happy to help a damsel in distress.
So bad at proccing adrenaline. Need a little less life. Did I click the mastery? Oh, I did click the life mastery. Maybe I shouldn't click it. Just so your adrenaline is more consistent at this point. Should have excluded that. Sure, there's a ruthless solution to leap. The ruthless is not a solution to anything. These mobs are definitely tanky. What the fuck? Life regen? I thought they would be like Fizz DR.
I can't do this just yet.
Need to make sure to actually be in range for Pride. Maybe I should go to Aura nodes earlier rather than later. Oh my god, there's so much. Man, full clearing with Spectral is so miserable. Giving a life tap over a chance to bleed. I guess if you don't help Alira, maybe that is good. I'm gonna try life tap. Might actually be, well, no, you can't really fit Herald of Ash still. What level am I? 32? Okay, we can do the craft after the zone.
My spirit is spent.
Where's all the mana? Definitely need a new weapon here. The 23 weapon in Act 4 feels pretty bad. Especially when you try hitting without adrenaline. Should hit 33 from Darissa. Oh, let's beat this spell. Oh, why is Fist taken as Ellie good? For two reasons. One, it allows you to build completely without armor if you want to. And you always have just like whatever you convert from Fist to LA, you always have at least 75% reduction to, right? Number two, it also, because of how armor calculation works, makes armor more efficient. What I mean by that is armor reduces a kind of a flat value of a hit, and the bigger the hit, the less percentage it reduces, right? But if you manage to reduce the hit a little bit and then you apply armor to it, it will kind of make the armor more, I guess more efficient is the wrong word. It's still equally efficient.
Go where you are needed.
Maybe wording it as more efficient is incorrect. But it basically allows your armor to mitigate even more of the fist damage, kinda. I don't know how to describe it. It's just good. It's just good. I kinda fucked up the explanation. Basically, the first part is the important part. The fact that it gives you 75% damage reduction against every part every part of the hit you convert.
While we live, we are blessed.
And then when you do the map for certain sizes of hit, you realize how strong Fist Taken Ass is. Because like an example, right? Obviously these numbers are gonna be inaccurate, but the principle stays. Let's say you were about to take a 10,000 Fist hit, and you had enough armor to reduce 2,000 of the hit. Well, if you convert, so then you take 8,000 hit, right? But if you convert 50% to LA, you will still reduce 2,000 from the armor, kinda. It's a little less, but pretty much. And then the 5,000 that you converted is gonna be reduced by 75%, right? So suddenly, instead of taking 8,000, you would be taking like 4,000 or like 4.5 or whatever it would line up to. On a build that can get 90% DR, Jack doesn't really get 90% DR against most. Well, okay. If you have like 100k armor, then it's different. But even then, for like big hits like Shaper Slam, or like a really high armor number, really high trauma stack numbers, even then it's better. The thing you need to know about Fizz DR is that the Fizz DR in your character panel that appears here is a lie. Doesn't conversion come first? Yeah. I said that it comes first, no? Game lies too? Yeah. As usual. Actually, not 100% sure. If you have a 10,000 hit and a 20,000 hit, will armor reduce the same number from those hits or not? I don't think so, right? I think I was correct when I said that it's not the same number. It will reduce more from the 20,000 hit, but it won't be the same percentage. Pretty sure that's how it works. I remember looking at the numbers at some point, and I basically closed the wiki and was like, Fizz DR good and conversion good. Yeah, I know the bigger the hit, the less percent DR, obviously. But what I was asking is like, if you get hit for 10,000 and 20,000, do you reduce 2,000 from every hit, or do you reduce like 2.5k from the bigger hit? Because I actually don't remember how exactly that. I think that's how it worked, but I'm not 100% sure about it.
Goodbye.
Like you would reduce higher percentage, right? Yeah, this is. I'm not even talking about shift part Rue here. I'm talking about like pure armor.
I'm inside it. The beast itself.
There are builds that get, yeah, I mean, there's builds that get like 90% conversion. I mean, the Colda that I POV'd is like 85 or something. Getting to 100 is also possible, but it's way harder. Oh, actually, I guess if you use Lightning Call, 100 is not even that hard. It's hard if you don't use Lightning Call and you try to go Transcendence. I would say like 70% face converted is pretty normal nowadays. On like all the Lightning Call, Cloak of Flame builds.
My spirit is spent.
You mitigate a higher absolute amount but smaller relative amount. Yeah, that is what I was asking, whether that's true or not, because I wasn't 100% sure. I wasn't sure if the absolute amount is actually different, but I'm pretty sure it is.
When you're bewildered.
That's why I was asking for confirmation. Because I don't want to be like, oh, it's 100% like this and then be wrong. But Cloak of Flame is something you should consider on DD regardless of the new support or not. I feel like if you play Ignite build in Trade League and you don't consider Cloak of Flame, you are trolling super hard. So that bite, it doesn't take that much damage. Ooh, almost died. Why is my damage so bad right now? What did I mess up? Did I mess up something? Probably I'm aiming wrong. Wrong distance.
My beautiful champion. I knew I could rely on you.
Accuracy? Oh, my accuracy probably sucks, yeah.
That's
I'll be one level away from... Oh, that's annoying, though. Let's just unspec this. Yeah, this is where your accuracy starts falling off super hard. But it's also the point where you reach RT, so it doesn't really matter. Kinda surprised my damage doesn't feel that great this run. I'm not sure what I did different. I need to check my other run. I mean, it's not like it's bad, but I remember it being better. Maybe I just had a better weapon in the other run.
An artist's work.
Did I not place under them? I thought I did. Maybe I just zoned out. Yeah, I think I was just at the wrong distance. That's more like it. You basically want to be at a distance where your Spectral is almost ending when it hits the boss. Then it increases your damage by a lot.
I didn't catch a word of what you said, Dora.
What a pleasure to finally meet you.
Let's grab Bloodlust and grab Mastery. Just get some life for a little bit and then we go for... Oh yeah, Champion of the Coast is gonna be here now, so it's gonna be... We can actually pick it up a bit earlier, maybe. Oh, I think not being able to level Poacher's Mark is actually kind of bad. It's a lot of damage. I wonder if you somehow want to get more decks, but it's hard to get more decks. I don't really like Pride. I wish I had some more sockets so I can run double Herald instead of Pride. It's because I feel like I'm out of range of Pride half the time.
Now, let us see if you truly understand what it means to be Nightmare. I gave my life. Nightmare gave me so much more. Accept the gift of immortality.
But even if the timer at 127, it's pretty good. It's easily sub 4-hour pace.
Nightmare, why are you so in love with death?
Assuming there are no incidents on the way that somehow break my character. I'm gonna take Greater Bullet here just to test it out. We could color this. Can we get 99 decks? Probably not. But... I wouldn't call it bad on a Freeling, no. It's fine. Like, if I was Forling, right, the damage there is really good. And you kinda have a Forling usually here. Not always, but on average you probably should expect a Forling before Malachi. Oh my, stop stunning me, man. So the goal for Act 5 is finding a Forling and then like fixing my resist, which might be kind of difficult to do. Because I haven't really looted too much. I don't like Titus filter. After playing with good filters on casters, I really do not like this filter. Only I had Gold Rim. Yeah, but that's cheating. Like, I'm not gonna use Gold Rim in this run. Then I wouldn't be able to talk about how it might be difficult to fix my res. It's insane for CF. I mean, I'm not going into maps, so I don't really care about my CF damage. That's actually good. Hold up. Is it good? It's not that good. Your CF damage while leveling is like half of a Spectral throw. It really shouldn't be. How much Spectral throw overlap did you assume? Like how many hits? But it shouldn't be even like comparable. Spectral throws faster than Sunder? Yeah. I mean, clearly I think it's better if I'm leveling with it, right? Like, it always kind of weirds me out when people ask this question. It's like, I mean, if I thought it was slower, why would I level with it? Especially if I'm planning to respec anyways, right? Like, obviously sometimes you want to level with the skill you want to play endgame, but like, if it's just a leveling skill, I'm probably leveling with the best skill. Is that a rare Jasper Chopper? This is it. This is it.
Not my proudest trophy.
For sure. Can I stop getting stuck on doors, please? Pretty bad. Is it pretty bad? How many hits you should assume? At least 3. Sometimes more. Oh no, I didn't have my adrenaline ready. I don't know if I need to level the CF here. I can. Doesn't deal that much damage to me. What level am I? 37. I need to kill a little extra in chamber. I think I want to be like 40 by Kitawa. I don't remember what's the cost to grab flat face. I think it's 2 alchemies, I wanna say? I don't know if that's correct. No, I don't think it's outs. I think outs are percent fizz. I don't think it's outs for flat fizz. I know the first one is transmutes, but I want the second one and I have no idea what it is.
Time to take my grievance right to the top.
Yeah, but I don't have sockets for heralds. I don't think pride is necessarily good, but I kinda just don't have sockets for heralds right now. Logs, we actually do have that. Maybe we wanna use the chopper. I forgot to click the life note. I really want to get my Forling here. If I get Forling, I could easily put in faster attacks and use my chopper. If I don't get the Forling, I don't really want to use... Ooh. Yeah, but the problem is you'd never have decks for that. Like 114 decks is just unreasonable. You need armor evasion Forling. It's the only way. I should do one extra run here. I'm kinda underleveled. I think going to kill innocents here is a troll. You should try to be level 40 here, I think. At least 40. Dude, my inventory is such a mess, I'm just trying to loot. Yeah, let's try to fix stuff. Let's put that there. Let's put that there. Let's render some alts. And all these. Oh, that's actually pretty good though. And it. Any 4 links? One Chrome. Doesn't look like there's any 4 links.
Yes, what is farewell?
Thank you. That should fix my resist after Kitava. Should actually be huge. Oh, no, okay, it doesn't fix it, but it's close enough. Gonna grab Vanquisher and then we go grab some defenses afterwards. Like the resist nodes, the life nodes, life mastery. All that good stuff. I just you wanna pick up the damage as soon as you can, since this will kinda is lower on the damage node since you plan to respec quite early. Oh, is that a 4 link? That is a 4 link. I can use 2 red and I can use 2. Wait, I can use 1 red or 2 red, right? That's all I can use. Nothing else works. Don't think 3 red is ever to play. My boots have 0. Oh, my boots have dexterity. I kinda forgot about that. I might have to craft it. I will need an open suffix on my boots. Or somewhere. Ring. Works too.
The world must be cleansed of impurity.
Can use brutality there. Okay, that's pretty good. That's not bad. The problem is we don't have a color for Frostblink. I guess we could try to put it in my body armor. Still on a feeling, by the way. With not even gem swapping volley, you could get more damage if you gem swap volley, but I don't like doing that. Because it makes aiming on bosses harder. Also, the damage feels like it's fine, so there's like no point. Boss should be phased, yeah. So we use these boots soon. Let's try Greater Volley for this run. No, I don't think Greater Volley actually does anything. Looking at that spread. Feels like a waste of extra dam. We'll never need precision. Amulet, body armor. Amulet sucks. But armor sucks. As usual. What would you expect? Oh yeah, I think that damage is fine, and we're getting a 4-link soon. And new weapon. I'm still using a 33 crafted weapon, right? Like, not gonna be risk up when we enter the next act. Like, you should probably have more damage here than I have, right? Like, you probably have at least a 4-link or better weapon, if not both. Oh, Lahoop. That fixes a lot of my problems with the stats. So let's talk about how you would fix the stats otherwise, since I'm gonna equip this Lahoop because I cannot be bothered. You would just grab the suffix on the ring, deck suffix. Problem. That didn't even look that good. 10 all attributes. I wonder if that's even enough. What's my dex on the boots? 13. That might not be enough. I don't like poachers. I wonder if Vuln is better than poachers since I cannot actually level my poachers mark. Well, I mean, that's not true. I like poachers. It's just you can't actually level it.
Whatever happened to a good old-fashioned graveyard?
Guys, are we faster than Fire Trap? Yes, Yaru. What else lends his time on Fire Trap? Are we ahead? You better be. Wait, this drops loot? I didn't know that actually dropped loot. Hold up. Today I learned. Are we more confident Fire Trap? Dude, Duelist uses fucking Spectral throw for leveling. Fire Trap should be using Armor Brand Krima, like, that should be way more comfy. Armor Brand Krima is like more buttons than slams. Like, Armor Brand Krima while leveling has like 10 different keybinds. It's like the worst thing ever. But it's so good that we just do it anyways. Yeah, we're gonna get a new weapon for Kitava, which should be really good damn. Fix the build, play the game. Can I level one more time here? I should actually be able to level. Well, how is my inventory fucking full always, man? What is this bullshit? Hinekora's hair? Wait, isn't that the thing that we need to have the prediction for our crafts? Can I just use the quest item here? What is it called? Isn't it Hinekora's hair? I thought that was what it was called. Bird Angel. Good point. Trap damage? Fire. Oh, I should have played Fire Trap, man. Look at that jewel. You're playing the wrong build. I'm gonna go here just to get the decks and then pick the rest.
Freedom comes.
Rome. I need one blue.
Remember,
Wait, do I have one blue here?
this for
I
freedom.
don't. Oh, I need one blue. Thank you. That was pretty bad though. Oh god. This is a fucking disaster. Hold it there. Load life there. Physical damage there. Gonna use Warbanner for now. We should have crafted move speed still. Move speed. Kinda trolling here. And fire us. And then can grab something on this lightning rest. Okay, we should be good now. That was a ref swap. Or like grab gym gear swap. I don't know, man, leveling's hard. When you're not like fully focused. Too many things to keep track of. I think we lost Maim. No, we didn't lose Maim. Okay, we good. I want this. Wait, Mana Siphon is like natural counter to Spectral Throw. Because you cannot be at your perfect distance. That's cheating. What's the skill that we used to proc Adrenaline? Corrupting Fever. Linked with Life Tap currently. I really should get faster attacks to swap for single target, but not that big of a deal. It would just feel nicer.
Now seems a good time to question my life decisions.
I mean, damage seems fine. Now that we have a better weapon, damage seems pretty good. Be faced. Faster approach is really, really bad on Spectral for single target. And you just straight up lose hits. The Cyclone damage reaction in Sanctum is gonna tilt the fuck out of me. I already know that. I mean, the Kitava time is not amazing, but at least we have like resistance effects, so we can just keep going.
The flame of hope may flicker, but it cannot be
Missing Warbanner. You definitely wanna be using different aura. I think Herald of Purity plus Herald of Ash is just better. I don't really like Pride. feel like you're never in range for Pride. Maybe you just use Determination, honestly. Because, like... Well, actually, I guess Pride helps with clear still. The only problem that I have with Double Herald is 1, int can be annoying, and 2, which is not that big of a deal because you can just not level it. But 2, it requires an extra socket. I have not played SD in mapping since 2012 or something. Okay, not 12, like 16. I can't tell you. It should be a good single target even while mapping though. It's just gonna feel awkward for clear. Frozen. Getting frozen is fun. Yeah, I think the last time I played Spectral in maps was Breach League playing fucking Hoa. That's probably the last time I played Spectral in maps. Which I don't know how long ago that is, but it feels forever ago. I don't want to proxy Ev if I can help it. Kinda scared of this boss. Okay. Do I need to do Twilight Strand? Do I need anything from Twilight Strand? I want Brutality, but I can buy that in Act 4. I guess you would do it. Okay, I will do it because in a real run you would do it to be able to level Reap, right? Because I'm thinking Bruce has to level Reap. I don't know what else he says to level, but I don't think that rest matters that much. Actually, wouldn't you just use Val Reap, though? So you would be leveling Val Reap, since you can just buy it and trade. Yeah. I guess having the regrets is always good anyways.
There's a lady in a tower, but this is
Oh, I should have checked labs. I don't know what lab he goes second. It's probably 45, even though there's nothing. Could be the aura notes.
Belief is the strongest metal of them all.
He does go for 45? Okay. Wait, is that a rare Timber Axe with 5 white sockets? Yo. Surely this is insane. Actually, not too bad, but my weapon is better. I wish that was on literally anything but a weapon. Dude, I can't click for shit, holy. Offhand weapon, yeah, I suppose. Good point. Good point, Chatter. That is true. It is a good offline weapon.
I can't do this just yet.
Where's it? I'm blind. There. The real wish you ever had sockets to use Lifetime Leaf Slam. I think you could do it if you can be better weapon swapping, but I don't think I want a weapon swap. Too much effort. I clicked the X Master now. Pretty sure I did. So I click Barbarism next, and then I probably go Cannibalistic right. Come on, face faster, thank you. The Pride uptime is definitely a problem until you get the aura notes. There's like no way I'm in range there. Like actually 0% chance. Mayonnaise LA guy just dropped? Oh. Why are we even doing this run then? Shouldn't everyone be playing that? Is it written? Is it a YouTube guide? What is it? I don't know what format many ended up going for. Written LA makes sense. Written guides are better as a creator. They are like genuinely better. It's just people cannot be bothered reading. But you can get so much good info in a written guide compared to a YouTube guide. YouTube guide, I'm gonna be real, if your YouTube guide lasts longer than 20 minutes, I'm probably not watching your YouTube guide. Like, I have seen a YouTube League Starter guide with 50 minutes, zero gameplay. I'm like, okay, dude, you really expect me to sit through this and watch 50 minutes of this? I mean, I guess if I actually wanted to League Start it, I probably would. It's kind of unfair to judge by me because I'm probably not gonna League Start the guides that I like check out, right? But I do feel like written is better most of the time. I mean, ideally you have a written guide and then you have like a short showcase on YouTube. I feel like that's like the best combination. Or like a very, very short, like, I think Ziz does like 10 minutes, right? On his YouTube guide stuff. And then he has like a proper detailed POB. I think that's like a good format. POB is enough. It's kind of not enough for... Like, if you are like this, right? He has to explain people where to find... what to find where in the POB. And that's not like saying Ziz's viewers are stupid, they're just new. It is what it is. But like, on YouTube, you should assume most people will be new or Reddit. Like, the people who have like seasoned players are probably just watching Twitch. No, Spectral just does more damage than Helix since this patch. They buffed it quite a lot. They didn't buff it numerically, but what they did is they changed the frequency of hits, and it ended up being a huge buff. To me, the 50-minute guides are actually nice. They're nice at the watch tempo. Yeah, I could see that. It's just... The thing is, the way I consume YouTube guides is usually to like look for something and like compare. I don't actually follow them to league start, right? So it's gonna be different for me than it is for you. Like maybe if I was actually league starting the build, I would be very happy that there is a lot of content about the build. I could easily see that being the case. It's just a difference in playstyle, I guess. Or not even playstyle, just... Oh, that's really good. Yeah, I'm gonna try running double herald now. I can't even run double herald, never mind. Let's run Word Banner then. Sell that. Let's drop this, let's drop that. Pretty bad, but we can at least craft resist. Craft fire resist. At the end of the day, you can probably find a guide that will suit your playstyle no matter what. Because there's so much PoE content. Yeah, I despise certain YouTubers. I'm gonna be real. And the worst part is, it's people that I've never heard about. There's just some random clowns that have 200k fucking subs on YouTube and like infinite views on their guides because they, I don't know, they just know how to work YouTube. And they're using like PoE trade screenshots. Not pathofexile.com/trade, PoE trade screenshots. Like that's how we know it's just literally, oh, we updated the number on the guide. It's kind of sad, but I don't think PoE trade even exists, so it literally cannot even be like up to date. Like, I don't think PoE trade is still a website. I haven't actually checked, but I'm pretty sure it's shut down. I don't know, man. It's so sad that that is the type of stuff that people see when they YouTube PoE. And there's not much you can do about it outside of like trying to be very loud about those kind of people and complain about them, but
The Brand King. His time has almost come.
haven't encountered that issue on YouTube. Lucky you. I guess it's probably less of an issue when you are like a Twitch enjoyer, because YouTube will probably adjust your preferences. Wait, I went the wrong way, I think. I think it's down there. I think I trolled. I'm trolling super hard, I wasn't paying attention. Still busy ranting about YouTube. The fact that they didn't nerf Guardian for Ruthless makes me think that the minions are gonna suck. That's how I feel about it. And like, sure, maybe that is not an objective metric, but they nerf fucking Gladiator. Okay.
die rather well.
Why would it matter whether it's percent based or not? Like, they nerfed ascendancies that were like deal 16% more damage to deal 8% more damage. So why would it matter for a minion? If they thought the minion was actually good, they would definitely nerf it in Ruthless. Chieftain has nothing on the Ascendancy. It's not missing percent damage scaling on the Ascendancy, it's missing the entire Ascendancy. The only thing it has is like melding. But like realistically speaking, it's not even Chieftain having it, it's Jug having it. I'm not saying, okay, that's not what I was talking about though. Those guides are not good even for noobs. Like, a good noob guide is like Box's guide, right? That's a good noob guide, or newer player guide. But those guides on YouTube are literally just like RMT baits, the ones that I was talking about. I think it's like what, PoE builds, there is the, I don't know what's the name of the arc crackling lens guy. I don't fucking even know what the name of the channel is. Fast as fuck, like all that stuff is just, it's not meant as a build guide, let's put it this way. Haven't seen those, yeah. Like, if you're on Twitch, you would think like the worst thing to ever happen to PoE is like Path of Map or something. Path of Map's builds compared to this, it's like 9 out of 10. It's like comparing fucking PoE to Diablo 4.
So strong. So dedicated. A man like you would never disappoint a lady in need. You're a gift, don't you see? A sumptuous feast for His Majesty on his wedding day. Really, we are both so touched by your generosity.
I mean, the biggest problem as a new player is there's no way for you to ever tell what is a bad guide and what is a good guide. And that's not like, oh, new players are stupid. It's just like, how are you supposed to tell? It's like impossible. And that sucks. Like when you can ask somebody, you can do it that way. But if you don't have anyone to ask, just doomed. This EA build is like second on the incognito window. Is that supposed to be a good thing or a bad thing? Like it's a good thing that it's a Ziz's build, but it's EA, so I honestly don't know if I should consider that a good or bad thing. I'm just gonna wait. I mean, the main problem with those guides is that it's like not even good skills. Half the time it's like Arc and Cyclone, just because it's popular skills that people look for, even though the guides themselves are bad. My best mode character would be some character in SC right now, in like SC Crucible. Probably SC Enjoyer, like Ventrua SC Enjoyer or something like that. Or Ventrua Maul. No, Ventrua Maul is a standard character, I think. I think it's Ventrua SC Enjoyer. Why is it bad in your opinion? It's not even that bad, it's just I don't like it. It's one of those builds that a lot of people push as an S tier build, while I feel like it's like a B tier. Hello? Make the instance. I don't even think EA is bad, don't get me wrong. Like, when I make fun of EA, half of that is jokes. But I do not enjoy it. Like, I do not personally enjoy playing it.
I can't do this just yet.
Yeah, it's a good new build. Like, it's a good new player build for sure. Playing totems is very easy. Totems were always good for new players, always. Also, new players don't really care about going fast. They just want strong builds. So, for that type of content, it's like one of the best builds. SRS is also really good too. But SRS I do enjoy playing, even though it has like similar delay to EA. But I do enjoy SRS. It's just personal preference, right? Nobody enjoys every single skill in PoE. I think recommending EA to new players is not too bad. I don't like Champion personally though. Like, I would not recommend people playing Champion in SC. I don't know what I would recommend though. It's probably not Elementalist if you are new either. Maybe it is Champion if you are new actually. I take it back. It probably is Champion. Every other class just sucks. Maybe I should league start EA. EA is pretty good in trade though, memes aside. Am I league starting EA? Wait, hold up, maybe... hold up. Maybe I should league start EA. It would actually be pretty good for early boss farming. Because it is good in trade league, as much as I love to shit on it. You get the trade league gear so fast. There's no way I'm playing EA. Would be the most amount of unfollows and unsubs I've gotten in one day. Do EA mines by Quandric? Apparently last time I saw EA mines build from Quandric, it had like minus 2000, like over reserved mana. I don't know about that. Have I seen Karn Sainted Pack Slayer? Yeah, I saw it die to normal Maven. Pretty good. Nah, I know seriousness though, the build is pretty good. It has too many issues for hardcore in my opinion. You're gonna die to something you don't expect to die to, unless you like play it a lot. There's gonna be some bullshit happening eventually. Character bones. Oh no, the idea behind this character is to go CF. Corrupting Fever. The build looks good though, the Karn build. Like, I know I meme about it, but... How did he die? You cannot gain new instances of Leech while having the Maven debuff. So he was basically trying to refresh Leech, so his character didn't die, but he didn't know that you cannot gain... Like, he knows you cannot Leech. Like, you cannot recover life from Leech, but you also cannot gain new Leech while having the debuff, and that's the part he didn't know. Well, I think EA Ballista is fine hardcore build. I just don't like playing it. It's like one of the easiest builds for people to play, because it's very easy to gear up in trade. You need like nothing. You get like a porcupine bow, you get a dead and done, and that's basically it. Oh, I forgot life notes. EA Jug, in my opinion, is a dog shit build. People need to stop putting everything you can put on Champion, put on Jug. Like, EA Champion's fine, but EA Jug, in my opinion, is just actually bad.
That's two for me, artist, but who's got...
Oh man. Why is it always a dead end? I don't need to do lab here if I don't want to. because it doesn't give me anything. I guess I will just do Cruel Up into Merclap both at the same time or something if I'm not underleveled. I'm level 48. A little underleveled. Also still need to get Brutality, I keep forgetting. None does starter Nessus of SC, yeah. Load up Bone Shatter or Lightning Arrow. Doesn't even matter which one. Is CF good for Expedition? I'm pretty sure it is. I haven't really tried it, but it should be good. Wrong zone.
Bye.
Most Expedition builds are good for... sorry, most dot builds are good for Expedition. Especially when they have explosions on top of that. Which CF Champ has, so... I don't see why it wouldn't be good. Probably would want to do it in maps though, rather than logbooks, because your bosses are gonna suck in logbooks. So like, I feel like you would rather farm like Legion or Expedition in maps than farming logbooks. Like, you can probably kill almost any boss. Like, there's not much mods that are gonna break you, but I feel like it's just gonna be unnecessarily slow for the bosses. Did I get 5 alchemies? What? How is this fair? You kinda need to kill stuff. A little underleveled. I also need a new weapon soon. Probably gonna click the int node here. Play Herald of Ash. Wait, no, I should play Herald of Purity actually. Herald of Purity is way better on this build. Let's link to Life Tap though. Oh, I can link Leap Slam to Life Tap. Should probably do that. 6 socket, no blocks, okay. Kinda nice. You don't have the nose to swap to Bone Shatter. You need too much stuff. You need like a +1 extra hit. Like, if you were to play Bone Shatter, you could swap to Bone Shatter right now, but if you're planning to play CF, going Bone Shatter right now would just be -15 regrets for no time gain. Hold up. Let's do that. And let's move. Leave some faster attacks from here. There. And then activate a bunch of stuff.
I can't do this just yet.
Mana should be like super free now since I'm using left up on everything. Okay. Shouldn't even have to use my brain anymore. That's a really good foiling actually. The corrupting fever, faster attacks, left up, really good. That's not a despot, that's a noble. It's a decent roll. You can craft percent fizz on it, or not percent flat fizz. Good enough for the rest of the run until Azomite. Actually, you don't even craft Azomite on this if you're swapping, right? So. Get a bone zone filter? Probably Karn. This is the I'm pretty sure he has a filter on his like PoE profile. Since you can follow filters there. Gem info. Gem info should be either well, for EU today or tomorrow. So either 12 hours from now ish or 36. If you want this kind of information, I highly recommend following the new community manager on Twitter. He tweeted today that it's gonna be in the time. Ooh, do I have 7? I don't have 7, right? The only thing I don't like about the new community manager is that it's gonna be confusing when someone says Snake. We even know if we mean Exile or him. Little unfortunate. Where the fuck is the last one? I mean, a lot of people call Nick Exile, so it doesn't really matter there. Actually, I said I didn't want to do the lab yet. I'll do it in a bit. Ask Exile for patch notes. Yeah, that's gonna go well. Good luck. Good luck there. Yeah, Dave, if we had gems before podcast, it would be really nice, but I'm not that hopeful. I'm expecting them to not happen. Checking my POB real quick. Basically go minion nodes is the answer. Sure. Grab devotion, then go minion nodes. Does that mean they are still working on gem balance? Not really. They probably have an idea, but they have a schedule of releasing stuff. I mean, they might be tweaking like 1 or 2 gems. It's possible, but... It's one of those things where releasing information at a certain time will create the most hype, because most people will see it. And it's also one of those things where, you know, they wanna hit us cramps over the week. I do wish we got gem info a lot sooner though. Finishing up translations or that, like there could be a lot of reasons. But I mean, I feel like you could give us if you wanted to give us gen info earlier, you really could, right? Like it could have easily been part of patch notes, like level 20 gems. I mean, you feel it's weird that they're releasing gems 3 days before the league. For 5 years straight, maybe more, we used to get patch notes 3 days before the league. Like, it's only a recent thing that we are actually getting patch notes ahead of time. Patch notes used to come out on Wednesday. Or Tuesday, I don't remember actually. I think it was Wednesday though. I think patch notes legit came out 48 hours before league started in the past. If I remember correctly. 48 or 72, I mean either or. Now it comes out 8 days before, so it's like actual vibe. I mean, it was helpful for people looking for builds too, because the builds were just naturally lower quality. You know? I'm glad GGG went away from that. Oh, when do you upgrade your weapon? Every 8 to 10 levels. Is what you should expect. Usually, the way PoE progression works is you skip one weapon between each weapons. That's how it usually goes. So, unless you high roll. So for example, if you upgrade a weapon at like 13, the next weapon, you skip the level 18 one and you use the 23. Then you skip the 28 and you use the 33. And that's kind of how leveling goes in PoE for attack builds. Is it always restriction? Well, I mean, sometimes you hope for better, but you do always have Rustic Stash in reserve with a whetstone to be like, oh yeah, I can upgrade my weapon. Now, Granite Flask recipe is not a real thing in the story. I don't think that's ever worth doing. You would need to get a Regal and a Granite Flask. It's just not even worth thinking about, honestly. And then you would need to ID the correct weapon for it. It's just not worth ever. Now we have more time to prepare the same 3 builds. Yeah, I mean, the fact that it's the same 3 builds is a different, completely different story, right? But okay, next we go for minion nodes. My weapon kind of sucks by now. But we're literally getting an upgrade next level, so... Should try to level before Doedra, I suppose. If I can. Oh, not gonna happen. You can tell that this weapon is outdated.
After that, I need a bath.
But usually you wouldn't do... What's the name of this weapon? Chopper? Usually you would be using a different weapon. You would be using like a headsman axe or whatever the 41 is called. I don't remember the name there. It's a 41 and 45 zone. Yeah, Timber axe. Timber axe or headsman axe is usually what you would have. You rarely ever end up with a chopper. And then you do switch to like Noble Axe or Abyssal Axe, and then you should already be thinking of switching to CF. I don't think I'm upgrading my weapon before I kill Kitava. I'm not gonna do the CF swap because I didn't look at it what I need, so it would just be too messy. Just gonna see how the progression goes on. Because I'm pretty sure the idea is to kill Acton Kitava as Helix, or as Spectral. So apparently the Holy Relic thing was a bait. Is that true? Apparently the regen from the Holy Relic doesn't actually work on Holy Relic, only on you. Is that part accurate? Can someone confirm design? Or can someone confirm or deny? That's what I heard. I haven't actually went and tested. I mean, the part where it's untargetable is still good. And you can run like Vitality and whatnot to give it regen. So there's still some value out of the whole Holy Relic video, I think. But I'm not sure how good it actually was. $53. Actually, we're not doing too bad on levels. I thought we were under leveled, but we really aren't.
Do this just yet.
Did they die? They did. Nice.
Honorable death.
Hey guys.
Yeah, thanks for the prime. Yo, the Nick raid. What's up, Nick? How's your run going? I saw you were like 87 or something. Yeah, and Audio, thanks for the prime. 88. Are you playing the race? Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure if you would be. Let's just put it this way. Whoa! I was gonna let that guy quest. Nice rewards, love them. Remember when League Star races were hosted by this? Ah, those were the days, man. I mean, realistically, probably unsustainable, but still. What passive gives you so much reason for Blood Rage and corrupting people in life tap? I don't really have that much regen, actually. I have like Golem's Blood. Blood Rage doesn't really cost much, and Blood Rage gives me Leech, which sustains the life tap cost on Spectral and leaves them. Yeah, I mean, it just kind of sucks because it doesn't give people a reason to try to improve. I'm not necessarily saying that, oh, if the prices were different, it would be other people winning, but you know, there would be people that would be trying a lot harder, let's put it this way. And not even in the race. I think once the race starts, everyone's gonna try. It's more of a, people would be trying way harder in practice. It's kind of like Gauntlet, right? There's a decent amount of people in Gauntlet who actually practice now. Oh, the damage is pretty good. So. Try to do it in SSFSC one league. I mean, what is that gonna do? They should do it, but like, it's not gonna really change much. Dude, Ubers in SSFSC are literally just who drops Cortex first, that's it. There's no other... Okay, sorry, not true. Whoever drops Cortex first and doesn't get unlucky on Uber Elder. There's no other skill to it. I'm sorry. There's just... I mean, obviously... Okay, that's not true, right? Like, you have to be at least decent, but... A lot more people would try. I don't think there would be that many people who would try in SC. Having when the prize is design a divination card, unless you already feel like you could win, people just wouldn't care and just play their game. Yeah, but like outside of top 3, all you get is a fucking like MTX, random ass MTX. Maybe if the prize was like a demi, people would actually care more. Like the Godslayer Pride was actually super cool for 2 leagues before they put it into XP race, and even people like me got it. Like that stuff was actually cool because it had character effect. It had some prestige, right? Like people were like I remember when like people got it the first league, people were always asking on stream, yo, what is that beam of light on your character? Not even PoE points. True. Imagine you would get some PoE points for it at least. That would be cool. I don't know. It's like, I understand why GGG doesn't want to do money races. Or like, there is reasons for that. And I understand those, but it's just like... We have had cooler rewards for a fucking endless ledge 15 minutes than we have for Uber runs. That said though, I hope Blades wins on console and we get some more insane cats. Yeah, but it's even account lock demis, right? We got the Godslayer's Pride and now that part is gone again. And like I understand it's kind of weird to put Godslayer's Pride as a reward because most people who would win it this time already have one. But still, like...
can't do this.
I don't know, it's like whatever. At the end of the day, races can be fun. And if it was a race to a new thing, I'm sure people would be excited about it. It's just like, it's another fucking Uber race that we have already seen 4 times. You know? Like, I think if it was a different race, like if there was new content, people wouldn't even complain about the rewards. Because people would race for the sake of being the first to do it. I don't know, I just want to have chill league start. Like, I mean, I understand why this will never be a thing, but I would way rather that race happen like 2 weeks into the league. But I understand that will literally never ever happen. But it's just kind of not fun to play that way on league start. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being a bitch. And I mean, part of it is me being a bitch, I guess. But I feel like a lot of racers agree with that.
Be careful.
Never really won. That doesn't matter. Wouldn't that make me want to play it more?
Tell me something. Bring me back something.
Good. Why are you still standing?
If anything, that would make me want to play it more. So if you have already won it, you would want to play even less. So how is that an argument? Oh yeah, it wasn't supposed to be an argument. You were just trying to be a dick. Oh, I forgot. My bad. Crucible ends on Tuesday, I think. So tomorrow? They want viewership on League Star, I guess. Yeah. Probably. But I don't know how much it actually helps with viewership. It might. It probably shifts the viewership around a bunch. I don't know, I don't feel like I have much to prove. I've killed Ubers in this as of hardcore. I was like 9th to do it. It's good enough. I don't really want to mess up my sleep schedule to race. Let alone to practice. I just want to play the game on League Star. I want to do League mechanic. The bigger the prize, the bigger the viewership. That part is true. I guarantee you, if there was a race for 100k, no matter what the race would be, it would be the biggest viewership any race has had in PoE. That's just how it works, right? I mean, it just brings the headlines and stuff. But I mean, obviously, I understand why GGG also doesn't do it. Because in PoE, if you make a high price reward, all it makes is a lot of questions about account sharing, cheating. It's just like, it is a fucking hassle. Plus, it's annoying to organize as GGG because there might be some legal problems too. I'm not exactly sure how that is. And people would be also upset about it because it's like, oh, GGG paying the streamers even more money. As if the streamers fucking needed it, right? I mean, the race would be fun if it was new content. Like, that's pretty much all it comes down to. I mean, it's still gonna be fun for some people to watch, probably. Yeah, PoE 2, like, launch race is gonna be very interesting. Like, realistically speaking, would I rather play the game chillin'? Yeah, but I will probably try to race in PoE too, whatever the race format is. It's because you can only do that once, right? Did I? Oh, I already got all those, I think. Oh, I think I already got literally all my skill points. Here. Nah, there's 0% chance the rolls are gonna be dead. You will 100% be able to participate in the PoE to beta and then race. That would be the dumbest thing ever. Because all you would do is fucking participate on a second account. What do you mean? Like, those rules just make 0 sense. You would just fucking play beta off stream on the second account, on somebody else's account. And then you would be like, oh, I guess nobody else had an access to a second account, but prevent, I guess. It makes no sense. You cannot, like, something that is gonna be as populated as PoE to beta cannot have that rule. They only do it for like alpha testing, which is like very, very, very few people, and they even removed the alpha test from like a lot of personalities. I mean, it's still good. As the boss not faced. And everyone who watched ExileCon on Twitch with profile link to PoE. Oh, so I'm getting an out of it because I didn't. Easy game. Imagine actually having your profile linked. Minus MTX, boys. Pain. Don't really care that much, but still. I don't know if I can actually click reduce the cost of skills. What's my cost on CF? 957. Oh, I definitely cannot. Holy. I definitely cannot. What can I even click then? Let me double check the POV once I get it down. Gonna do a little bit of BA here, like 2-3 rounds. Get some levels, because you don't want to reach maps at low level. Definitely fall off on the damage by now, but it's still okay. I was still like, what, 250 BA? That's still very solid. Oh, we skip lab. Might do lab. Yeah, there really isn't much to click. I could click reservation notes, but doesn't really make much sense. I think we're just gonna have to CF twice, man. I don't think there's a good way to do it. Oops, almost died. Genuine for today? I mean, they said on Twitter today or tomorrow. This is where determination would be nice. Don't think I would care enough in SC though. Yeah, I know you could extra link for CF, but it's just... I don't really have the socket. Actually, I do have the sockets. Kinda. I don't know how to fix that. But I definitely can fix it. Out of Purity there. Then Leap Slam. Master Text there. And then we get Brutality. Kinda just wanna play Hardcore Trade. I mean, in your case, aren't you just gonna play SSF for like 2 days? You know, like some of us would actually take a while. But isn't it just gonna be legit 2 days for you? If you play SSF. I guess the annoying part is that there's a decent chance that you log into trade after and not have a character, right? Like it's definitely a possibility. Non-zero chance of dying to Ubers.
I can't do this just yet.
I mean, if you are really racing, the Ubers are hard. I mean, what can you say?
The weary traveler draws close to the end. An emperor is only as efficient as those he commands.
And like, if you wanna shoot Melon anytime in a video game or in a Twitch chat, you can.
My 3 lieutenants,
That's all I'm gonna say. Feel free to do so.
I suppose.
The reason I want to play trade is because there are some builds that I was thinking about playing for a long time and couldn't get to play. It's mostly with uniques that are just unobtainable in SSF or very difficult to obtain.
Spirits are spent.
You know, stuff like Void Forge, stuff like Astra Projector. That's just pain to farm in SSF. Doing Ubers, thinking the faster I can do this, the faster I can go hardcore trade. Yeah, true. The real reward. Nah, I mean, listen, winning a race is always fun, or like doing well in a race even. It's just I wish it wasn't on League Start. I guess that's the whole thing from my perspective. But I understand why it is on League Start. I think still decided not to do the race, right? I think he's playing hardcore trade on League Start. I feel like the closer we are to the race, more people are just saying that they are starting hardcore trade. That's what he wants you to think. Eh. I think, no disrespect to Steel. Anyone who is able to kill Ubers probably is not scared of losing to Steel on time. Like, Steel is better than most people. I would say he's probably top 5 on bossing. But the thing is, he is not gonna go there unprepared. Like, he is just gonna farm his character, and you will get your tribe before he goes in. And it's just up to you whether you beat him or not. Steel probably won't fail though. So he won't have time for a second lap. Unless you are like really, really fast. So I don't think Steel being like, oh, I'm not actually racing would like change stuff for too many people. I mean, that's kind of how Steel always was, except the one gauntlet where he actually cleared on like day 3 or day 4. I think that was the gauntlet where DD was like ridiculously broken and he was just like, yeah, I can just go to bosses, who cares, lol. I think it was Scourge gauntlet.
I can't do this just yet.
An aspirant can afford to be promising. An emperor, you must navigate your
Seal and Alk are kind of similar in that case, but Alk was actually talking of just sending the Ubers on like day 3. He seems to be of the opinion that those Ubers are easy. Alk is like, yeah, Jack doesn't take damage from this shit. Let's run one more BA and then start progressing. Should be good enough XP wise. Also, I'm warning you guys right now, if you clip that shit out of context, when I was talking about steel and I found that clip, I won't see you this league. Too late? Who clipped it? Snitch. How do you say? No. It's probably already clipped, let's be real. New drama. My ascendancy is best for Coldot, Elementalist. I think there's some arguments to be made for a hero or champion, but having overall elementals is the best, especially on league start. Is everyone doing STE? It's just good for leveling. It buffed it this league. Is this even more damage? Not really. I'll just sell it. Oh, that's full on suffixes. Yep. I don't know, the main reason to play ST is not to clear or anything, it's just it actually does good single target. And considering you're playing a build that doesn't spec that many damage nodes because you are trying to optimize for respec, it makes a lot of sense to level with ST. Because like, whenever you are leveling one of those builds that is respecing when you get to maps, you really wanna minimize the amount of respec points you have to spend, right? And usually, especially if there's difference in scaling, that means using the skill with the strongest single target. I thought Corrupting Fever didn't do much damage while leveling, but Drew was saying that it actually does a lot. So maybe you do wanna consider linking it even earlier than I did. I've linked it like very recently. Dynamic sounds like a good description of what happened the last 2 days now. Significant temp chains are significant for tier Pathfinder. Literally doesn't affect it in the slightest. That build didn't use temp chains because it did. TR doesn't scale from, like, it's not poison, right? It's just chaos dot, so it doesn't scale from temp chains. So it wasn't affected at all. TR should still be very good. There's no reason for it not to be. Let's do the betrayal real quick here. I really should kill these.
Guess it's time to play it
It would.
spying.
No, it's not. It's actually there as part of your damage. Apparently it should be 1/3 of your damage according to Rue's POV. On single target. So it's not irrelevant. It's not the same as when you level like Bone Shatter Champion and half of your nodes are axe nodes that don't scale CF. I have like fist damage nodes and I have what's it called? Minion damage nodes. So those both work for CF, right? So I have a lot of scaling for it. It actually contributes to my single target quite heavily. I didn't know that until Drew told me because I never like AOB leveling damage. I just use stuff. Yeah, I really would want to use a better filter here, but I don't have a filter for leveling of this. Is the champ actually better, or is the die better? If you actually want to play Spectral Troll, I would probably play the die. I don't know, Parshat is really good. They're supposed to swap after Act and Kitava, so I'm not gonna be swapping in this run. Just killing Kitava and Doke leaving. I TP too early.
Take care. Keep your eyes sharp.
I don't know what you would farm. I would go into maps usually on like most builds, unless the build like literally cannot be played. I try to not have too many emotes that are replacing words. What do I have? I have classic. I have hi and hello, but those are good emotes. I guess I have okay, that's true. But okay looks good, so it's acceptable. If it's in all caps, that's on you for you to type in all caps, not my problem. Make it like Tai Tai emotes? No, never. Never gonna happen. Not interested in having that kind of chat. Listen, I'm trying to watch my screen when I play hardcore, not be baited by my chat.
An emperor must bear two blades, hope in the left hand.
Yo and Jang's. Jang stream is less degen than Tai Tai stream. Well, the emotes are, not the streamer. No, it's not a private league. You just migrate all and get new SSF that way. I popped into Junker's stream and he was talking about cosplaying Zizern's genitalia. Well, I mean, that's Quinn's fault. Quinn keeps talking about it. For some reason, Quinn is very obsessed with Ziz's penis. Why? I don't know, man. That's a juicy one, Exile. I think that's what Quinn said on ExileCon. This boss is the real DPS check. This boss is always pain if your build sucks at this point. So we might suffer. Time to suffer, boys. Honestly acceptable. For a build that's respecking in Act 10, this is acceptable.
Oh, Shrathis. How are you?
Do they give any wording before ending the league for good? They usually post a date or countdown in league of the league ending on the login screen. And then as the league is ending, there's like a countdown. Yeah. Helix, to be fair, Helix really sucks in that boss room. I don't really know why, but it does. Helix is not like awful, but it does suck bad in that boss room. Sometimes I feel like I've seen both come down to like Crucible End and Trial of Ancestry release. The difference is exactly 3 days between the two. I might die. I broke my adrenaline rung there. Wait! I just read a message in chat. Crucible is actually ending tomorrow. That's crazy. I didn't know it could end.
For that sooner than
Yes. Take care.
Would it be a good idea to gem swap faster slow approach on bosses? You could gem swap even like faster attacks or something, like any damaging instead of volley. But I feel like I don't need it. Maybe I should get it actually for Act 10 bosses. I will try it out, I suppose, for the last few bosses. Oh, I can't even get slow approach. Never mind. Where does Crucible rank in terms of build power? Probably... Are we talking relative to content or are we talking absolute? Because if it's absolute power, it's 100% rank 1, not even close. If it's relative to content, it's top 3 for sure. The top 3 relative to content are Sentinel, Harvest, and... No, yeah, Sentinel... Well, top 4. Sentinel, Harvest, Ritual, and Crucible. Aura stacking Delirium. Aura stacking is one build though. I feel like that's not really... Like, that's just like one build. That's like saying like totems count, right? I mean, by that logic, Harvest and Ritual is like way weaker than Crucible. Because exploded totems are broken as fuck. I don't know. TLDR, Crucible was like an extreme power league for sure. I think you measure like, you look at like top 10 builds or whatever. But like in Delirium it was legit just one build. I guess it was 2 with Archmage Stormbrand, but like that build wasn't even close. I was more than one build, but it feels like there was only one. I mean, I expect to be a lot weaker in Trial. But, or like an, what do we even call it? Ancestors, Trial? Doesn't really matter. Most items in Standard, good. You know why I'm happy that Crucible destroyed Standard? It's not because I'm like bitter and petty towards Standard players. It's because it gives me knowledge that GGG doesn't care about Standard when balancing. And that is a very positive thing in my opinion. Because like, if GGG actually balanced the game around Standard existing, it would be so weird. Because it's just supposed to be a museum, right? Pretty much. So like, seeing them just bring Crucible weapons over to Standard and not care at all makes me very happy.
I can't do this just yet.
Oh no, not the dead end. No, I mean, Standard... Listen, there's probably more people playing Standard right now than the league I'm league starting next league. Refine if Standard had Crucible not leagues. I mean, that's how it's gonna be. There's not gonna be Crucible mods in future leagues, but Standard is gonna have it. In no way there's more than 100. There is 100% more than 100 people playing Standard. Dude, you can get trades in Standard. And it's not like trades from level 100 full, like legacy quant MF people. There's like legit, like, you log in, you message some random person for like a 5C gem, and they just trade you. It's like a level 90 wage. Standard is, I think you would be surprised how active Standard is. Like, obviously it's way less active than SC SSF or SC Trade, but it probably has more players than Hardcore Trade. Or, yeah, I think that's fine. Or Hardcore Trade or Hardcore SSF. It's probably the third most played league. Standard Trade is probably the third most played league in PoE of all the 16 leagues, or whatever. Even D4 has more players than Hardcore Trade. You know what? Speaking of D4, I wonder what the Standard to Malignant ratio is in D4. I would think there would be a lot of Standard players in D4. One to one, cause no one is playing either. I mean, hard to argue with that argument. D4 on console, and that true actually. I wouldn't be surprised if D4 PC versus D4 console was pretty close. What is better, faster attack or brutality? Probably brutality, but not sure. Actually, you don't have that much attack speed. No, it should still be If you don't have any elemental damage anywhere, or you don't use Herald of Light, then it's definitely brutality. And December any good? I haven't played it. When I looked at it, it looked okay, but I haven't played it, so I don't know how it plays. I mean, who cares if it's pay to win Fiesta if you can progress solo? Or like without paying. Like, it's not like it's a competitive ARPG. Like, I don't like that argument when it's something that's like single player. That said though, Last Epoch is a very good game. It's definitely unfinished and definitely has some issues, but it is a very good game already. The problem with Last Epoch is that you cannot try it out for free, so it's hard to like sell people on it. But it is a very solid game. It's not single player. I mean, listen. I'm pretty sure every single person I've watched play on December haven't traded a single time there. When I was watching like this play it, when I was watching, I think Lily play it. People just play it as a sub. And if you can have fun playing it as a sub, I don't see the problem. But maybe they didn't play the end game. I'm not sure how the end game is. Which game is more unfinished, LE or D4? I think D4. I think LE has a lot more, like, a higher part of LE feels finished than D4. Or actually, let me differ. No, let me go back on that. I think Last Epoch has more content than D4, but it's also more unfinished. I think that's a better way to put it. Like, I think there's more stuff that isn't finished, but at the same time, there is still more content. That's how I would look at it. Also, oh my god, I died. I got stunned. The part I liked about Last Epoch is the amount of skills you can play in Last Epoch is very high, which kind of comes down to the game being relatively easy. But it does feel like you can basically choose anything that makes even remotely a little bit of sense, and the game lets you play it. And it's very hard to like break your build because it's very easy to respec in there. It's very easy to change the build on the fly. It's a very good casual game with having some cool character decisions still. It's like a non-punishing character decision making, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, it's meaningful, but it doesn't punish you much. Oh, it's a solid game for sure. I like Last Epoch a lot. I just tried to weapon swap because I'm too used to weapon swapping for Adrenaline. Apparently the multiplayer performance in Last Epoch wasn't... I mean, I played a little bit, and then it was too buggy, so I switched to solo, and just played solo. And that one learns well, but people are saying that it's not exactly fixed yet either, even though it's a month later now. So I'm not sure how that's going. But the single player I had zero issues with. Like legit zero performance issues. Not fixed yet. I feel like that's gonna be something that's gonna be very difficult for them to fix. Because I mean, it took PoE years, right? I mean, it took PoE solid fucking, what, 5 years to fix desync or something? I mean, D4 had some issues as well. For it being a Blizzard game, there was a lot of issues in D4, surprisingly enough. I can safely say though that the situation of stash tabs in last epoch is a lot better than situation in D4. It's actually better than situation in PoE too. But obviously that comes from the game having a price tag. But you can just buy stash tabs for in-game currency and it's very cheap early on. No! I'm stuck! What is this bullshit, dude? It's fucking stuck in the door. This is so bullshit. And now I'm starting to understand the videos I watch. Maybe they are actually stuck. Sometimes you don't do it on purpose, even though it might look like it. New redeem. If you think I'm making a redeem, okay, no, I'm stuck. There's no way that's a redeem I'm making. No, I alt up on accident. Oh no. What is that? It's kind of decent actually.
Remember, we do this for freedom.
So the hoop, yeah, I got one in like Act 5 actually. It's kind of nice, fixed my rest, so I just kept it. I also got Gold Rim in Act 2, but that one was too unethical. I decided to vendor that one.
An emperor must know precisely where he's...
It is good. Farewell.
That's bannable. I just clicked the emotes.
The goddess is watching.
I don't know where to click my more skill points anymore. Oh, sovereignty. Fortified soon. I think I'm making a new rule, okay? When it comes to adding emotes. You can link any emote you want. And there's only two outcomes. Either I add it because I like it, or I don't like it and you get banned. So if you want to link any BB modes, you can.
Let the day dawn golden with possibility.
What is this? Yeah, this one is fine, sure. That guy took the risk instantly. Do I even need to go in this lap? I'm lost. I think it was top right. If you don't know, just go top right. Can't be that bad.
The weary traveler draws close to the Emperor is only as efficient as those he commands. You are condemned.
Can you face, please? God, I hate this error coding.
You were born for this. Only one of your lessons was completed, Ascendant.
I don't know why it takes so long. Does anyone have a good leveling melee filter? Should I just use Karns next time? I feel like the side-eye filter is not cutting it. I think it was made for like Act 5. Make one, I'm not making leveling filters. It's way too much work for... It's not worth it, man. Takes forever to make a good leveling filter. Making a leveling filter is way worse than making a... like real filter. Because there's so much stuff you need to show while leveling, and you need to do a lot of runs to know what you need to show. Fuck leveling filters, man.
When the time comes to strike, an emperor strikes when defiant is the effigy to defiles the emperor.
Yeah, but it takes forever to make one. Like legit, I made Gucci make like 30 changes on my first 2 runs. And it was already a filter with a decent base.
Such resilience. Those who stand should never outnumber those who kneel.
I mean, I don't need to make a filter anymore. I just need to not play melee, that's the real answer. Because the caster leveling filters, ooh, I'm dying, are good. The ones that Gucci made for Coldot and Arma brand are actually good, so you can just do that instead. Just, am I alking this? Sure. It is over 64, whatever. Did it for fun, it's shit. Are those free? Yeah. Gotta find the link somewhere though. He's gonna post them on GitHub when the league is ready, so, or when the filters are ready before league start. I'm not adding that emote. Not that I don't like it, I just don't like the long names. I've once opened Twitch on phone without 7TV and the long name. Yeah, I don't know about those. I mean, I know that's the purpose, but...
Death
Fuck those emotes, man. Am I even looting this? I mean, sure, whatever. This sucks. Not even continuing this run, I don't need to care. 45. For how bad people call CF leveling, because you have to like do a scuff skill tree, the time doesn't seem much different from playing normally. Divine Shrine.
I can't do this just yet.
Spectral is good. Unless you play Marauder. If you play Marauder, you have to play Sundra. There's no options. Well, I mean, that's not true. You could play like Earth Shatter, probably. Maybe. Maps, Earth Shatter is slow. Oh. Is it actually? I still enjoy leveling with Earth Shatter quite a bit. I guess Sundra's just better. Thunder's extremely good, but I remember Marauder's 10-minute penalty. Is there anything in Act 1 that's good on Marauder? Have you tried Molten Strike? I would assume that's the best Act 1 skill. Like, if you have a free link, you just go Molten Strike, Ancestor Call plus something. And it's probably actually good clear. But wait, do the notes even work? Oh, it's melee damage. They don't even work on half of the Molten Strike. Maybe not. Splitting was the best. Splitting is like pretty bad now. They nerfed it a lot. But it might still be the best. Let's take the L, yeah. More leveling's not even bad, it just feels slow. But it's not even bad. Well, after you get out of Act 1, I guess. Smite. I could actually see Smite being good. Like Smite, Ancestor Call. I could see that being okay. Maybe I should try that next time I level Marauder. It's not bad, it's just bad. Nah, there's a difference between bad and slow. Like, there's a lot of leveling styles that are bad, but not slow. Or vice versa. I'm not killing those rares, fuck that. Well, it depends on how you look at it, right, Gucci? Because the people who would have transferred early when the race is over are kind of gonna be hard stuck in the race for longer, since it's an ascendancy based. But I'm assuming most people will just go trade when like top 3 is claimed. Race like 4 people gonna try. Is that true? Hold up, let's count, let's count. Ben, Nick. I'm sure Face is gonna try. I don't know if Alk is trying. Are you trying, Alk? Den is kinda trying, but not really trying. I think Den just wants to kill Ubers in SSF. So he's just gonna load it up, gear up, and then go in. I don't think he's like rushing in. I think Karn is gonna play Bones on 200. Like, he's talking about the race now, but he's probably just gonna play Bones on 200. Bones will probably need 2 times the gear. Compared to DD, that's probably true. I would say Bone Shatter probably needs the same amount of gear as Golden does. If I had to guess. Based on the POBs I was looking at. No, I haven't. What is it about, Gucci? Like, I already know. Oh my god, not this bug again. It always happens in the zone after the last performance update. Oh, love it, dude. So their GPU was dying. Nah, it's just a Pablo Exile video game. Consider boost is extremely difficult with insane gear. Yeah, I was watching a little bit of your stream yesterday. It's like one of those swings that I feel like unless it's like literally... So, I feel like for stuff like DD, you can be kinda bad and still kill the boss. If you just don't make a big mistake or get unlucky. Because the boss just dies within like a relatively reasonable amount of time. But when you fight Sirius for like 30 minutes, you need to be really good to not just randomly die. Yeah, Steel did that during the first race, right? Kinda. He fought the bosses forever. Oh no, you were meaning as shots on Steel. Oh my. I thought you meant because I remember Steel fighting Awakening for like 30 minutes. My day 2 to 3 Crucible character. I mean, it's gonna be like the same gear, right? Probably. 2 to 3. I don't know when you plan to go in. Can you use Corrupting Fever on Jag? I mean, it doesn't do much. The main reason you use it on Champion is to get what's it called? Adrenaline. Adrenaline. Is it there? Dude, Adrenaline is such a good note. That said though, after finding out that you can just leech while you are at full HP with the gloves, I might play Champion a bit less. So Brisk up on any build, send it in and win. Bone Shaper probably not. Yeah, I feel like I expect DD to be purely limited by Cortex and Uber. Not even by gear. No, I don't mean the Sin gloves, I mean the Tanuahi gloves that give you Onslaught and Adrenaline. So I thought you had to take self damage with like Bone Shatter and stuff, right? But you actually don't. You can just... If you are like full HP, out-regening your Blood Rage, it still works just fine. It's really strong. Should have some bosses? I mean, on Bone Shatter it might be. I'm talking about... hold up. Might show it after this run. Free Uber is super good. What was the time? 3:41. That's decent. I mean, you should probably be faster, but... it's fine. Let me check if I have all skill points. Slash passives. 24. Okay. Good enough.